so excited to be back again today. Today I'm gonna do well, I have a huge library. I love books, and I have books on pretty much any topic you can imagine. If you wanted to know something, I could probably go downstairs and find something out about it. I have so many different, like, even sections, I guess, in my library because of how I have things organized. I wanted to pull 10 books, but I couldn't really pull 10 favorite books. I couldn't even pull my favorite book from each section because I have 2,000 is probably about right, maybe, books. Yeah, I've been collecting books forever. I don't like to throw books away. I am always looking for new and interesting books. And these days it's a lot easier to find them, and I haven't paid full price for a book, and I honestly have no idea how many years, even newer books, because with physical books, there are so many ways to get them. Basically nothing compared to what their cover prices are. You can go to thrift stores. Thrift stores typically have them $1 for hardcovers, 50 cents for soft covers. Libraries, a lot of them have a section all the time of books that they're selling nowadays, just because books, unfortunately, people are going more towards digital, and digital only gets you so far. People can change things. You know, I prefer nice, solid books. It's kind of a joke, but I've always been collecting them in a sense where if I never had the internet, I could still teach my children about the world. I have books covering just about everything, like I said. So if for some reason I did not have the internet, my kids would still be educated. But the books that I pulled together today are some of my favorites. They are, I didn't really pull them from, because I have a lot of different types of reference sections, and I have everything Shakespeare's ever written. I have in several different ways. You know, I have a lot of books that I love. So this was extremely, extremely difficult for me. So even in the 10 that I have, these are going to be in order from biggest to smallest in, like, physical size, just because I could not even come up with, like, a rhyme or reason to like put them in order. But anyway, luckily I have some people have tried saying it was photographic. I do not have anywhere remotely close to a photographic memory. Not at all. Nothing like that. I have a very good memory, and that's as far as I'll go with that. But I remember things that most people don't. But anyway, starting with the biggest one. This is actually in 3 pieces. Let's see. Okay, cool. I'm only 4 minutes. I didn't ramble too long. And these are technically, I guess, not even a book. But when I was in junior high, there was a exhibit in Chicago with a lot of the Greek documents, and these were my souvenirs from there. Most people, or most kids, I don't know, most kids I knew anyway at that age would not hold on to things like this, especially for this amount of years. But it was probably 13 or 14 when I got these, so it was 25 years ago maybe, something like that. I have these 2 are basically almost the same. I think one has one extra document in it, but inside you've got Constitution, This one's got the Gettysburg Address. The other one I think also has one other important document, the Monroe Doctrine. This one also has that. Like I said, these are something that I won't ever get rid of because I always want to have something I can refer to that is not in digital form. I'm not one to get rid of things either. But this one I absolutely love. You can see great headlines. One of the best websites out there, like that you can join, that I know of, is called newspapers.com. If you're ever interested in like researching anything, they are amazing. I had a membership for a while, and I was able to locate newspaper articles or little clippings, because some of the strange stuff used to be put in papers. But where like my grandfather and his wife went to a dinner party. It's the strangest things. You can find absolutely amazing stuff. In addition to like serious, which one is this? Oh, this is the one at Kitty Hawk where after the planes first flew, you got the walk on the moon, and I like these because they show everything on the page, and so you can see ads and things like that. All the little, even though they're like a major headline, you can see all the other things that were on the headlines that day, or on the cover that day. When we declared war on Japan after the attack in Hawaii. This is, yeah. Oh my goodness, 7 minutes in and I'm still on the first one. This is just gonna be forever. So I'm actually gonna end up, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this, but now I can guarantee it. I'm gonna split this in half just because I can't. Okay, off from the first one. Now, the second one, I actually have 2 books from this series. This one is Dragonology. The other one that I have is Wizardology, and if I could ever find Piratology, I would hands down. I actually found this at a thrift store, which is, I mean, you would be amazed at some of the things you can find. Like, it retailed for $20, guaranteed. Not a chance that I don't know. But this one, these are really cool because like they have all these, this is gonna be so difficult, interactive things throughout it. Oh, I'm just not good at this. Dragon scales. But, I guess mockumentary, I don't know, because obviously dragons aren't real. But this is a look at the world of dragons from the perspective that they are real. And then, something you guys take for granted these days are your cameras, because when I was growing up and I was a kid, the one thing I wanted was a video camera. I wanted to make movies. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to film other people. But those things were not in the price range of the average American. Especially not the America I grew up in. So photography was always a dream, and I have a huge section in my library on photography, on like different types of photography, aspects of taking photography, and then I have a whole other thing of photographers and photography that I love. This is one of my favorites. It is Pop 60s. It is filled with obviously photographs. I didn't like tag any of these pages with any of my favorite photographs, but like, people, they do. And when you look at these pictures, they were living their lives. They were not photographing their lives. There were people there photographing what was going on, obviously, or these pictures would not have been taken. But a world where you could actually enjoy yourself without worrying about, sorry, that was my version of a selfie. I'm not a, I can't take selfies, like, ever. Ooh, I like that one. But anyway, this particular book is obviously from the 60s. So everything in here is going to be from that time period. So that was a little bit of a crazy time. Again, this was another thrift store find. Sometimes I leave the prices on them so that I can find them because they typically write them on wax. But I took that one off of this one. But this one, because depending on the thrift store, some sell them for set prices, some sell them for other prices. Like I said, I'm a thrift store junkie, so some of these I paid more for, some of them I didn't. Usually they will have a price and a letter or a color, and they'll do different half-price color days or whatnot, and so usually I tend to buy things on a half-price day, so if it does have a price, I usually got it for half of that. This one is an absolutely amazing book, and it was $2.62 green, so yeah, that. But it is called Found, and this is one of the most interesting things ever. I mean, and it really is literally just a collection of found notes and grocery lists. Okay. I'm really sorry about Saturday. Don't know what they did. Don't know who they're apologizing to. But you know that somebody is really sorry about Saturday. Yeah, if I would have tagged these to find interesting things, like, to let you know. Oh, wow, that one's really long. Oh, here's a cute one. This was a typewritten one. We'll do this. 1118 Jefferson Street, Savannah, Georgia, April 18th, 1928. Dear sweetheart, Mildred, will you please tell me whether you love me or not? As you know, I am graduating this year. Our principal asked me to go away and study to be a priest. I told him that I would ask my daddy. I did ask him, and he said that I could go if I wanted to. Mildred, I have always loved you, and I always will. If you really love me, I will not go, because I will tell the principal. Because if I tell the principal yes, I cannot see you for 10 years. So please, Mildred, tell me yes or no. Tell me nothing but the truth. Your loving sweetheart. P.S. Don't forget, nothing but the truth. Found. Just little pieces of somebody's life from like a second or a few minutes. Spare change, lost wallet, need money to get to Texas. I do love this one though. I mean, it really is. It's filled with. This is definitely one of the things that I would have never ever come across if I did not go to the thrift store. Okay, all right, we're gonna do, what is that? Last book in this. This is absolutely one of my favorites. This book is actually one of my childhood books. I have purchased the newer copies, but this particular set of copies is from, I don't know if this is the original printing, but it is one of the earlier printings. Unfortunately, they have destroyed this book by removing its and replacing its beautiful artwork. 81. So yeah, this very well may be I'm pretty sure this is the original printing. It was $3.90. Even, it's funny when I look at my books and you see like how much things cost for different versions that I have. because like one of the other books a little further on has, I have 3 different copies of it from 3 different times in hardcover. But anyway, do not want to get off track. This is an amazing book. It is a set. It is from a trilogy, and you can see how spooky that drawing is. It is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now, the stories in this book are not actually scary. They're spooky, funny kind of stories, but what makes this book as horrifying as it is to children, or was, were the illustrations that accompanied these stories. I mean, these are the things of nightmares, right? Nightmares. And yet, when you read the stories, they are very mild. So that's why I feel like they have, that's why I bought the books again, because I couldn't locate these particular copies, and I wanted to buy them again before they were no longer available in print with the original Stephen Gammell drawings. They really did. I still can't believe that they it's supposed to be a scary story. What's funny is with the drawings now, like on the back of this, it's 9 and up. The stories are definitely 9 and up. Some of the drawings in here would definitely have an interesting effect on some 9-year-olds I know today. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this off because that turned into a 17-minute 5-book video. But anyway, this seriously is, I love these books. These, again, from my childhood collection. Actually, no. If this was printed original, and I don't know, well, maybe it doesn't have a later date on it, so I'm assuming this is from the first printing, but I don't know. I'm not real worried about that. I actually gave one of the ones from because I had the original set, and I gave one to a friend of mine because that was the only one she was missing, and because I had bought the newer ones, I did have another copy, so I let her have my childhood copy. But anyway, that is 5 completely random books from my library that are enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed that. This has been really difficult trying to fill every single day. I don't have that many squishy packages. I wish I did. That would be insane. But, oh well. Hopefully you're enjoying these little breaks from squishy videos.